Hi again, this is Dr. Lenz, sorry, Tom Lenz, and welcome to Module 4, Week 4 in the Advanced Lifestyle Medicine course. So the topic for this week, and this is going to double as both your overview for the week and a bit of an intro as I normally give for the topics. I've decided to combine them all into one for this week, but the topics that we're going to cover here relate to one of the educational outcomes that's very important for our program, and that's to become a lifelong learner, to have the skills to be able to get the information that you need to keep up with what's going on in the literature once you're finished with the program. So we're going to talk about evidence-based literature and health literacy. So what is evidence-based? It's one of those words that we kind of throw around, and sometimes you don't even know what that means. Well, as the name implies, the literature that you would read has some sort of basis that there was a study or evidence that what you're reading is not just opinion, not just anecdotal, but actually has some research foundation behind it. And that's very important for anything that we do health related, because as you know, there's a lot of opinions about, especially when you get to wellness, there's a lot of opinions about what folks think works and what doesn't, and that may be based on an N of one person, maybe it's themselves. And we don't live in a cocoon. There's so many unique things about all of us that we can't just judge what is right for everyone based on what is right for one. So that is basically what evidence-based is. So hopefully it has, at least where it's published, has some peer review process to it. That means other people who are experts in that area are reading it to verify that it says in fact that it's that is true what it says. And also that it's referenced, that when you read something and it has the author behind it, or the publication, or a number that refers to a reference section, that it's been published somewhere else. So all of those things, and this doesn't mean that our own experiences go by the wayside, because they certainly do not. That's really the art of what we do, is as we go through our time practicing whatever our trade is that our experiences help deepen our understanding of what our trade is, and that is all should not be negated at all, and that's all important for certainly the art of what we do. But what we're talking about today is literature related to lifestyle medicine. How do you find it? What are the skills that you need to be able to find it? So there are a lot of search engines out there that you could find information. Certainly Google is one. Now, I shouldn't say it as at Google, but it is not something that you necessarily, Google does have some peer-reviewed specifics to it, and that is better than just putting search terms in general, and you can get some good information off of Google. What I'm going to show you, though, is probably a better way to go to find evidence-based literature related to lifestyle medicine, and that's in a search engine called PubMed. That's a government-sponsored through the NIH funding that I have for you in your listed readings. The reason that I'm not going to do a separate recording on how to go about doing a search is that there are wonderful tutorials on how to use PubMed that I would like for you to look through for the readings for this week. And that will help you much better than I can show you here in a recording how to go through an appropriate search. So why did I pick PubMed? Well, one, that it's free and it's evidence-based literature, but also maybe most importantly is that you can get PubMed through the Creighton Health Sciences Library. You can also get other search engines that Creighton pays for through our library. But after you are finished with the program, you need to have a resource you're familiar with in order to find information, and that I think is PubMed is probably a good place to go for that. So you can get it after you're finished here. The other topic that I thought would be appropriate to cover here in this module is called health literacy. You may or may not be familiar with health literacy, and essentially it kind of is self-explanatory, but it is when we explain health, wellness, well-being topics to another individual, do we say it in a way that they can understand it? Are we saying it at a level that they can consume it? We've all been there in sitting with a healthcare provider, and they're speaking at a language that's just going right over the top. We don't understand what they're saying. That doesn't help anybody. I mean, it may make the provider feel great because they're able to talk about all these intellectual things, and it's impressive to a patient that you have so much knowledge. That doesn't do anybody good. Nobody. So that is something that we want to really try hard to, again, in the spirit of what this program is about. This is all about the person, right? It's not about you. It's about them. And so we need to speak to them in a language that is appropriate, not only in culturally. So if we're speaking with someone who is not of the same culture, are we able to relate that way to them so that they can understand it within their culture? But also in the level of words that we use. And it's not just explaining in verbally, this is also written. So when we write instructions to someone on how to do, say, a lifestyle medicine program, do we write it in a way that they can understand it? When we give them printed material explaining something about, say, exercise or nutrition, is it written in a way that they can read it and understand it? That's so very important. Or that's all for naught. If we're not doing that, we're not doing our job. So health literacy is very important. And so what I gave to you in the other part of the readings is a web page from the CDC on health literacy. Provides a great deal of information for us as folks who work with others on how to do this at a level that's appropriate. So I hope you use that even later, that resource from the CDC later after this course, to help you as a reference on how to write things that are leveled to appropriate leveling intellectually, culturally, for individuals so that they can get the most out of what we're trying to give to them. So that's it in a nutshell for this module and this week. I'm looking forward to your assignment that is in health literacy, your search, and just as a clarification on that, you get to pick the topic. It's a lifestyle medicine topic, and go forth and do a search. Find information that you are interested in. Again, this is hopefully to benefit you also, but to demonstrate your skills in finding evidence-based literature is the point of it. But there's another side point that it's do something that you're interested in. That's why I don't say you have to find a topic that is XYZ. You pick it, something you're interested in, and then follow the rubric and the instructions on how to complete the assignment. If you have any questions, as always, just let me know. Have fun doing the assignment, the reflection, the discussion. Look forward to reading those as always. Thanks.